Even as factories roared, America's cities swelled. Immigration and urban growth were the defining features of this new industrial society. Skyscrapers rose, streetcars carried millions, and people streamed into urban centers, from abroad and from American farms. For women, cities offered new jobs and a sense of independence. But with opportunity came strain, as the pace of change outstripped the capacity of society to absorb it. The cities of the Gilded Age were places of wonder and wretchedness. Tenements crowded families into unsanitary quarters. Garbage and sewage bred disease. Ethnic enclaves formed. Little Italies, Jewish neighborhoods, Polish districts. Poverty rubbed shoulders with wealth. The city was both promise and peril, a crucible of the modern age. In the chaos of urban growth, political machines thrived. Bosses dispensed jobs, aid, and favors, binding immigrant communities with loyalty. They also lined their pockets with graft and fraud. Tweed's New York was not unique. Machines dominated Chicago, Boston, and Philadelphia. They embodied both the corruption and the necessity of order in a turbulent age. Earlier immigrants, largely Protestant and skilled, had come from Northern Europe. Now arrived millions from Southern and Eastern Europe: Italians, Poles, Russians, Greeks, and Jews. They were poorer, often illiterate, clinging to old faiths and customs. They came driven by poverty, persecution, and lack of land, drawn by tales of opportunity, of liberty, of work. America's doors opened to them, but not always its arms. Here we see the pull and the push. America was that of opportunity. It provided political and religious freedom not found in Europe. It provided jobs not found in Europe. It also was a case in which in Europe there were situations that pushed people to leave. We see that with the pogroms in Russia, in which the Tsar of Russia sought to Russify, to make Russia wholly Russian. And there he drove out those who did not fit within those definitions. And so many Jews from Russia fled Russia because of these pogroms. You also had mechanization in Europe that removed people from their family farms. There wasn't an opportunity to make it, to have food, to have a job, to have stability. And so they were willing to leave their families, they were willing to leave their communities, their nations forever for just the opportunity in the new world. As these new immigrants crowded Ellis Island, nativism flared. Critics deemed them racially inferior, religiously suspect, and politically radical. Labor unions feared lost jobs. Protestants feared Catholic dominance. Laws like the Chinese Exclusion Act, literacy tests, and later quotas revealed a nation uncertain of how wide its welcome should extend. Reformers sought answers. The social gospel preached that Christians must aid the poor. The Salvation Army and the YMCA brought relief with moral uplift. Jane Addams at Hull House pioneered settlement houses, offering services and support to immigrants. These efforts, though limited, pointed towards a progressive spirit that would grow in the decades ahead. Stories of rags to riches, told by Horatio Algier, celebrated individual striving. Carnegie himself embodied that ideal. Yet critics like Henry George and Edward Bellamy exposed the yawning gulf between rich and poor, imagining new systems of justices. These debates revealed an America wrestling with the meaning of success, fairness, and the role of the state. In this same age, African Americans debated how best to advance. Booker T. Washington urged vocational training and patience, building strength quietly at Tuskegee. W.E.B. Du Bois demanded immediate equality, helped to fund the NAACP. Between them lay a central question: how to claim citizenship in a nation that still denied it. Here ends the video.